Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Quick look here at AVAX, seeing what's going on. Apologize for the background. I am traveling, of course, not able to really have access to my office, so you're going to have some terrible lighting effects in the bottom right-hand corner. However, that being said, if you're new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor. Hope you can learn something today. If you want to become a better trader, CryptoCash.tech is a site link down below. Hit the like button before we get started. Greatly appreciate that. Helps us grow the channel. And we're going to talk about AVAX liquidation levels, but quick, we got to preface with some phenomenal stuff here. Take a look at this. These are results here from yesterday and today. So we got AVAX, previous AVAX long from 43 to 52, somewhere in that range, at 107 in 8 days, 107%. We took a AVAX trade again yesterday. We can't stop. This coin is making a lot of money for us. 12 hours, 20%. And of course, an older SEI trade taken 8 days ago as well. 92% when that coin took off. So awesome stuff. I'll review that here shortly. But congrats to our community members. If you want to be part of that, CryptoCash.tech is a site link down below. Just some friendly advice, there are limited slots available, and we have a lot of new members coming over, so please read through our signals guide so you understand the difference between those signals and how they work. Let's go and update our fib levels here and kind of see. It's basically from the most recent low to the most recent high, and these are larger fib levels too, right? This is from March 5th to yesterday. So I like larger fib levels because they give us better understanding of what's going on in the big picture. Because I'm more of a swing trader, more of my trades are held for longer periods, anywhere between a day upwards of a week or two. Occasionally a month or so, but generally speaking, you never truly know. Some swing trades take longer than others. Anyways, take a look here at this this wonderful liquidation level chart here. That's another here right at $59 to $60. We can see that AVAX was doing very, very well. In other words, price action shot up to squeeze out those longs. And I think I misspoke before. We took a long from, I think, 57 to 61, 62. That's where we got that 20%. And the reason why that felt comfortable, and if you watch my video from yesterday, you'll know there was a ton of liquidation above the price action, and the price was making like a cup and handle pattern, like the smaller time frames. So generally speaking, we can see here that played out perfectly. Now the price is pulling back. So I get the question now, do we just jump right in? It kind of looks like a falling knife. I don't know if I would recommend it. Again, Bitcoin is making its way towards 66,000. There's about $1 billion in liquidation at 66K, according to one of my admins. Thank you, Mr. Anderson, for bringing that to our attention. That's absolutely just the way that things work right now, folks. Liquidation is a very, very real thing. And Bitcoin's kind of lost its tentative bottom at that 67, 68K range. And I think we're looking to see some low 60s here for Bitcoin in the relative near future, just based on liquidation. Anyways, the reason why that's relevant is because AVAX could very well pull back. It's a strong coin, but I wouldn't expect wouldn't just jump in arbitrarily at this point. Now we could draw out some smaller fib levels here too. Why don't we do that in a minute? But what I want to do is just quickly look at the daily time frame and recognize a few key factors here. This coin is still very bullish on the big picture, so we got to recognize that. That's important. We can also understand too the MACD is converging quite strong. It's tapering off, of course, so could pull back, but it's a ways away. Even though it's already kind of pulling back, I was like, wait a minute, I thought it's dropping. That is true, but on the 24-hour time frame, you don't really see those movements as quick, right? We can see RSI is dropping. Of course, we lost 70 in the RSI. That didn't happen. That didn't stay up there for too long. We only stayed up there for about 5 days. So that tells us that this initial uptrend is reversing itself, and we should see a correction. In other words, it's already correcting itself, but how much more is it going to correct itself? That's the question. Stochastic RSI is swinging down, money flow index still high. MFI being high, folks, that's a very broad positive thing. You got to recognize, though, all that positivity doesn't matter if Bitcoin's dumping, okay? It's been dumping pretty hard. So that is a factor here. We are teetering on the edge of success or disaster. We're right at 50 in the RSI on the 4-hour. I'd never love to see that. Stochastic swinging down, money flow index pulling back. MACD is diverging too. This is pretty much a full-on bearish divergence, especially losing 20 on the SMA. Okay, so we're under that 0.786 fib level there, about $56 is a round number. We're trending towards 51, I would say, is a better case scenario for a pivot point. We can see this fib level here perfectly aligned with that lower level. In other words, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles in a row, 24 hours where Avalanche was unwilling to cross 0.618. That's a strong support. Heaven forbid the price comes down to retest that level. Is it going to hold? Likely it will initially, but it really just depends on how you look at it. We could be, at the beginning of this could be like a head and shoulders pattern, perhaps. I mean, that's a very ugly illustration, but there's a lot of different things that could play in. But the bottom line is that we're diverging right now, and it makes sense the price is going to continue lower. But on the same accord, I don't like to catch a falling knife, so I usually don't like to try to jump into a short at this exact time. That's me personally. Again, I wait for confirmation. There's not a lot of confirmation we have right now that is a good entry. But we can confirm here we're still above the cloud, uniquely enough, right? And if that is the case, is that really worth taking a short? Not really, because the cloud is a common area of bounce. In other words, we usually see the cloud hold the price action in place in a lot of different ways. Now, is it just going to turn around and go shoot back up to 60 plus? Probably not. We got a lot of room for growth, folks. But the truth is here, if we look at this, we're technically establishing higher lows and higher highs, right? So, you could argue that that is an ascending channel that could break down. Like I think it could, could be one of these. It's very premature, by the way. I'm simply just pulling straws out or just kind of just reaching, if you will. But there is an ascending type of channel, and when you continue to retest those levels, a lot of times, the channel will continue until it breaks. Okay. Now, disregard that whole little thing there, because me personally, waiting for the confirmation above or below the cloud is probably the most important thing here. In other words, we're within the clouds, basically considered a no-buy zone. We can confirm the lagging span's free and clear the price action to the downside. So if the price goes like this, kind of sideways, then hypothetically you'd want to consider entry either there at 53 for a short, and or when it comes up to retest a lower lead on the cloud and that 0.786 fib level at $55.67. So those are two potential entry targets for a short. So have I shifted from bullish to bearish? Generally, I would say roughly I have. I'm not 100% confirming that's the case because we haven't established lower lows yet. A lot of reasons why that's not validated yet. But what I'm probably going to do is take a quick look at this here again soon and see roughly where we're at in about 24 to 48 hours, possibly even 4 or 5 hours if the price goes sideways and stays underneath the cloud and we lose that conversion line under the baseline, then we're definitely looking like that. But keep this in mind, folks. Quick disclaimer. 4-hour time frame, look at how solid the support was at 51.30. Okay. I would say a significant closure, just say 51.30 or lower, that would break bearish. But right now, we still have potential for the price to bounce on either of these two levels, not only the cloud, but that 0.618 fib level. So I don't like situations like these. And with our trade we took yesterday, we took majority of a profit out of the trade. I would say let that ride. But if you're concerned about it, you got too much position size, you're doing it wrong. First of all, low leverage, low position size. I have this strictly highlighted in my signals guide to make sure you understand the difference of the signals, but also, how the heck do I manage that, right? Please read through that a few times if you're not familiar. But at this point, I would say steer clear of a trade as far as swing trading is concerned. If you're going to consider day trading, it makes sense the price is going to retest that 51.30 mark. And I would just say be very careful. It's really not worth taking trades, honestly, me personally, on the weekend. That's just my thought process. Again, different strategies for different people. Some people have that itch and they just kind of do it every day. But I prefer Monday through Friday trading just because I appreciate the volatility. Or the lack of volatility. It's a little more consistent, believe it or not, even though there's more volume. Weekends are fairly unpredictable. So anyways, just a little heads up on that. I hope this fares well for you. Do me a favor, hit the like button before you go. If you're going to join our premium group, I would recommend doing it soon. We're getting close to our limitation. And either way you look at it, thank you so much for watching. And thanks to my admins too, and just everyone in my group. We got a solid group here. And welcome to the new members here. Zion? I love the icon, by the way. Fantastic stuff. But yeah, thanks again, folks. Hope you all have a good rest of your day. Appreciate you watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.